This is where the fun begins.
Hello, everybody. Merry Christmas and welcome to the fifth episode. We're going to be talking about Skeleton Crew episode 5.
Yeah, Skeleton Crew episode 5 was definitely a doozy of an episode.
On
Had-
Christmas Day. Sorry.
yeah, definitely. And this is our Christmas special as well.
Yeah. We're being a little lazy today because we're pre-recording this instead of doing it live, just so we can spend time with family. Gross, I know, but it's worth it. So, yeah, normally we do this live, but today we're just doing a recording. But that's okay, right? So,
Well, yeah, we're literally recording this right after the episode came out. So
yeah. So technically right now it's, Christmas Eve, but when this goes out, it'll be Christmas Day. So Merry Christmas, everybody. Let's talk about
Merry
Skeleton
Christmas.
Crew.
All right, well, let's just get right on into it. They get the coordinates to Aten. Or, well, not coordinates, but they figure out where the coordinates are from our boy SM33. Because he's like, you're my captain now. I'll help you get there. I wasn't going to kill you. And
Yeah.
then they go to Lakumpa. Or Lakupa.
That was a cool planet. It was like a spa casino, like it was like Canto Bight, but like in the mountains, and I thought that was a really cool looking planet.
Well, they said adults only, so it was a casino / club. So
Yeah. With like a giant mud bath.
yep.
It
And
was so funny to me though how oh crap, what's his name? The droid. I always forget his name. Is it SM33?
SM33. Yep.
Okay. How he was like, "What did you do to the place? Like, where's the fighting? Where's the all this?" And he's like, "These mud pits are so we can dissolve our enemies into bone." It's like,
Yeah, dude, he was literally a hater. He was hating on because that was like his home of his captain, and now they've ruined it. They ruined what he had, but what
yeah,
him and his captain did. But now we also figured out the captain's name. Tak Renaud is the captain of SM33.
yep. I knew that we were gonna find out who the captain was, and that they were gonna find out. Oh, we're on the Onyx Cinder and all this. Like, a lot of my theories have been coming true. Like, actually, before all this happens, we see a little bit on Aten with the parents, and I was like, I'm right. They're going to basically form basically like a little rebellion to try to figure out what to do to get their kids
Yep.
back.
Yep, they're forming a parent rebellion to get their kids, and everyone's involved. So
Yep. What's going to happen if the show ends with the parents leaving right as the kids get back on the planet, and then the second season is about the parents coming home? That'd be kind of interesting. I think the second season would be about the kids, though. I still do wonder if your theory, though, that the captain is, on Aten, because I know they kind of talked about it a little. Unless
they did,
just missed it.
No, they did. They said they had the mutiny happen, but the captain and the crew crashed on Aten.
Yeah, so is he still on Aten, or did he die? I don't know.
Did he die in the crash? Because we figured out that the one that was stabbed for the knife, or stabbed onto the wall with his knife, was actually one of his crew and wasn't the captain. Because they said that guy stabbed him, but then he stabbed him for the wall. The captain stabbed that guy.
Mm-hmm.
So then that means that the captain could still be alive. Because they said that everyone else was dead, and then the captain and SM33 were the last ones, and they all crashed on that Aten. So I believe he could still be there.
Yep. But this was a fun episode. I really liked it. We're back.
We're back.
I've been enjoying the show. Don't get me wrong, but I've been gradually kind of caring less. But I'm like, okay, I'm interested again. Like, it was a really good episode.
Really good episode. But we got to see some huts again. They were taking mud baths.
Mm-hmm.
And
I liked how that little guy was like, "No, sir, no, not again, please, no, sir." Just continue. I don't know what he did to it because they go off camera, but I'm guessing he tries to eat basically the waiter. I'm like, that's sick,
Yeah.
but Huts are jerks, so that or he uses it as like a sponge or something. You can use your imagination, but the poor dude is just like, no, sir, please don't, with just like a super calming voice, while the Hut's just like, screw you, I'm gonna do it anyways. That was
And
funny.
and then they use other credits to buy a room and get it booked in, and they said that was their reservation. And then they go on a hunting party for the sigil to find, you know, the base on that Atten, where it's now been covered by all the spas and mud baths and all that stuff. But we but while they're checking in, a fellow bounty hunter that knows Jod or Crimson Jack, Silvo, and now his name is Vinton Nash. What? How many are Vinton Dash or something? How many names does this man have?
I know that, and he went. He tried to claim he was one of those. What was it like,
Professor
doctor, professor? Yeah, something
Professor
like
Glupo.
under the
Yeah,
reservation because he was basically bribing the hostess or whatever they call those people.
but yeah, he
Hostess
was
isn't the right
yeah
term. What do they call people that work in hotels? Like they work in the lobby.
like
Um,
a hostess or something like that. Yeah,
okay, I don't know what they. Maybe that's what they call them. I thought that was just restaurants, but yeah, that was kind of cool. But the sad reality is, like, he spent all that money, and they ended up not even getting to stay there because he was gonna just like kind of like relax. But then once the bounty hunter was like, "Hey, what's up?" He was like, "Uh oh." She was kind of stupid in hindsight to go up to him because he was smart enough to know right away she's gonna claim that bounty that's on my head and the kids too. So she should have just
yeah.
stayed hidden and called the bounty, and then he would have had no idea that the bounty hunters, or I guess pirates, were coming. But I also want to point out that the name of this episode was very fitting. It was something like, I already forgot. What was it called? It's something about like, you don't know pirates or something like that, right? Like,
Oh
never
yeah,
trust a pirate. What was the name?
you don't know pirates. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what.
and it
Yeah.
was it was fitting for multiple reasons, like with her, and then with him. But we'll get into that later. And then the actual pirates that were on the planet, like, it's
Well,
just
the
kind of cool.
pirate, and then once the girl like says, "Hey, I found Silva," or whatever you want to call him, he's here, and then they come in blasting people. But they split up into two teams. It was Neil, and KB and Jod. Yeah, Neil, KB, and Jod went to on one, and then Fern, Wim, and the droid went on the into the like the spa or whatever. They meet a friend, Quatbus or something, and then he helped. Let's just say he helps them get there
Yeah,
after.
the trailer made it look like that was like a dungeon and like a room, and like that there was like a
Yeah,
monster. But it turns out he was just a friend that one, maybe lonely. I don't know. Maybe he
he
can't get
just
out.
he just wanted some stories, man. He just wanted to be entertained, and he's like, "I'll help you if you give me some entertaining stuff." And then he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh." And then he was really entertained by like, yeah, don't trust that dude right there. Don't trust John.
Hmm.
And then Italy, and then he helps them. He gets them to talk Narad's secret staircase. They go down, evade the booby traps, and then it's like, but and then SM33 helps Jod and them because they're being hunted down. KB sprays like the mud or poo or whatever it is on them, all the guards, and then they fall over the edge. And then SM33 helps them, and then they all gather back up and go.
Just call it poo.
Well, it's mud or poo. It looked
It's
like
not,
shit.
dude. It's not poo. They even call it mud baths. Who takes poo bath? I mean, it is Star Wars, so
I thought
I
it
would
was
hope
like
nobody
sewage
takes poo bath.
pipes. Huh?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it was mud. I'm like 99%, but now you got me questioning. Anyways, carry on. I just wanted to.
Well, listen, a brown substance was on them. That's all I'll
Yeah.
say. But then they all they after they escape from everyone that's trying to hunt them down, they go evade all the booby traps and then make their way to they make their way to the acid bath, and it says you must sacrifice the greatest thing, which is of course to a pirate is treasure. So and then
Pirates are potatoes for me, but carry on.
but then they Sky, what happens next? They're like searching for their dataries, and then Sky's like, "What happened here?"
Huh? Something wrong?
No, I hear you.
Oh, I thought you were saying something was wrong because you were talking and you just stopped. Okay, something happened. I'll carry on this story. So after they make it into the treasury room, are you back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Do you want me to continue or do you want to?
Well, the thing I was going to say is they thought they had lost. They gave away all their dataries to buy the hotel, but John has one last one to throw into the acid to
Yep.
get them past.
And then it went down like a toilet.
Yet,
It should have kind of sound effect. But yeah, I'm like interesting concept for a door. You got to dump the money in or whatever treasure to get the acid to go like down, so then you can get to the door. But then that's how you get into like the treasury room or his lair or whatever it was called. I can't remember the pirate's name. But it was pretty cool looking. It had some Indiana Jones vibes to it, in my opinion, like with the idols and like the throne was like a giant skull. Um, and I think the coolest thing in that entire room was that lightsaber. That was it. Wim found it. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I was like, that's a lightsaber, and he's gonna take it. I was like, they were all told don't touch anything because it could all be booby trapped, but you were like, he's gonna take it. He doesn't care, and he did. But we find that out at pretty much the end of the episode, and so it was really really cool. Though I loved that treasure room. I'm sure there's gonna be people breaking down every single little bit of detail into the treasure room. I didn't pause the screen or anything and go back.
yeah, I
I
didn't
might have
even.
missed some Easter eggs, but it was a really cool looking room. We actually saw a little bit of it in the trailer for the show, so I kind of wondered if that was maybe the treasure room on Atten, but it turns out it's not. So that's kind of cool. Although I guess at Atten we kind of find out that it's not necessarily a treasure room; that it's a old Republic mint. So a mint is like places that make money, and of course the kids, say the same thing kids say in real life. A place that makes money, so you can just have infinite money.
Yeah,
But yeah, kind of true. But the more money you make, the more it decreases in value, ladies and gentlemen. So that's economics, right?
yeah,
But kids
but
don't know about that.
that's where but because John's like, oh, it's an old Republic mint, they're making old Republic money. He's like, oh well, time to form a mutiny against my cat, against who's been
Hmm.
leading me, and then he challenges Fern, and because the kids don't know how to fight, and Wim didn't know how to fight with that lightsaber, he found she yields,
Yep.
and then
At
he
least he
becomes
spared her. He could have easily killed her. I think he still has somewhat of a heart.
yeah. But
Yeah, but by pirate jurisdiction, I guess if you challenge a captain and win in hand to hand combat, either through death or them yielding, then you become the captain. So now Jod is captain because he easily won that fight. Wim tried to intervene, but of course he opened the lightsaber upside down. I saw that coming from a mile away. I guess Bounty's gone. I'll just keep talking till he comes back. But I thought that was hilarious. I knew it was going to happen. I was like, he's going to open the lightsaber upside down or something, and he did. But it was really funny. So Yeah, there not a whole lot honestly happened in this episode because it was kind of rushed in a way, but
Well,
it was
yeah,
great for the story building. You know,
yeah, but also, wait, I might be on my wrong.
There we go. But
technical
yeah,
difficulties.
but no, John did betray them because he found out, oh, there's a lot of money. And he
Money, money,
says,
money.
SM, take the kids as prisoner. Or 33, take them as prisoner. And he said, I'm sorry, kids, I don't want to do this. And then he's like, oh, I remember. And then Wim's like, oh, I remember. And they fall through the trap door
Yep.
and
Which,
escape.
in hindsight, was really stupid because what if that just leads to a pit of spikes at the end?
Yeah,
And then
the
we find out in the
doves.
next episode all the kids were impaled and they're dead. No, that's not going to happen. It's
The kids
probably
are
more of
dead.
an escape route. That's probably a way the captain was able to like escape if in case he was under attack.
True.
So like a trap door. But in my opinion, that was a really dumb idea because all the other traps were like spike based or lasers or like saws. So I was like, if you go down that hole, you might die. So, but I guess plot armor's a thing, right? So the kids will be fine. But now Jod has a lightsaber, so and he's I guess considered a bad guy. But in the trailers, you actually see that planet they're on, and you see the X-wings and stuff. So next episode most likely is going to have something to do with the New Republic, because I guess the New Republic, is still hunting them down because they think that Jod kidnapped the kids on the Onyx Cinder. So we shall see. I'm assuming that that lady that worked at the hotel called the New Republic because the pirates landed on the port or whatever, and they
Yeah, or
probably
they
caused
figured
some
it out.
damage. Because the New Republic is basically like the police of the galaxy, right? So if like pirates come around, you're gonna call the police, aka the New Republic, right? That's what I'm thinking. So that's probably
Well,
actually
yeah,
more
and
of the reason why.
there were some New Republic people there as well. So on the
Yeah. So
planet, because they said there was a banking thing going on, and
oh, the banking clan. Do you remember the banking clan from like the Clone Wars?
yeah, no, but they said they were there,
Did you
and
see
that's
them?
why there was security, extra
There was
security.
a bit where they were like in the mud, and you
Yeah.
could see two of the guys. That it's the same. I can't remember what that species called, but it's the same species as like Darth Plagueis.
Oh, and
Um,
like the Utapauan,
I don't
is
think no, they're not
no
from
no.
Utapau. But like they're really tall. They got really long heads and arms. There was like a whole arc of the Clone Wars, like from that planet, like their banking planet.
No, I know what
So
you're talking about, but I'm blanking right now.
yeah, but there was a scene where you could see both of them. Yeah, the
That's
guards
funny.
from the planet, like the hotel casino thing, they looked like New Republic guards with that like white helmet, but I'm pretty sure they were just guards. I don't think they were New Republic, but the New Republic is coming because you saw the trailers. So that's kind of cool. So the next episode, we're going to be in deep water pretty much from the very beginning. So that's interesting. I am curious to see what they're going to do next, though, because, we're only on episode 5 and next week is episode 6. So it's not like I actually feel like it's kind of crazy that Jod already overthrew them, because I never trusted him from the beginning. I knew he was gonna do something like this, but I figured not until they made it onto Atten, you know.
Yeah, and but even before they landed on Lakuin, La Koopa, or what, that planet.
Yeah,
Before
just
they
call it the
landed,
Skull Planet.
the spa. But Boba in the spa in the Bacta tank there. But no, but seriously, they I can't believe. I mean, but there was another hint towards John's betrayal at the end of this episode. It's when he was talking to Wim on the Onyx Cinder. He says, "Let go of everybody. Let go of everything you can have an
Mhm.
attachment to. Then you can only focus on your true goal." So he's focusing. He said, "Focus on yourself and make yourself happy, basically, and don't let other people bring you down." And
Yep.
well, there that was another hint.
I still want to know about Jod's character. Like, is he a Jedi? How does he know this stuff? Is he just gifted in the Force and learned kind of like self-taught how to do some things? Like, and now he has a lightsaber, so I'm like, that's pretty cool. So, not gonna lie though, I was disappointed that the lightsaber was blue. I was hoping it would be like a fancy rare color, like orange or purple or yellow or white or something. You know,
Well, it
blue
might be
is so basic.
it might be different than what we're because even though it's a blue one to start out with, it merges with the user and it becomes different based on the user. The crystal does.
I mean, that's only if you take
So,
the crystal out, right? And so,
well, yeah,
I
or
think
if you feed your energy into it. Yeah,
so.
I don't know.
And does it work that way with the? I guess so, like with the green too, huh? Because I
Well,
know that's how like
yeah,
Sith do it. Like they make it bleed, and that's why it turns red. Because they pour all their hatred and anger and all that into it.
yep,
Um,
yep, yep.
but that's true. But I wanted it to be like yellow or purple or like orange or something, like a rare color that we don't get to see a whole lot in live action or even animation for that. Um, just because it's more fun. Blue is so basic and kind of boring. I know blue is like the most iconic color for a lightsaber and like the most original because that was like the first lightsaber. Although technically the first lightsaber is kind of more of a white color, right? Like
A
if you're
little
talking about
bit.
A New Hope, it kind of looks more white than anything, but it's supposed to be blue. Um, so I don't know. My favorite lightsaber color is yellow, so that's also why I was hoping it would be like yellow or something.
Yeah, I think next episode is gonna be really interesting. What happens?
Yeah, because I mean, it's gonna be a race to get back to the ship. I don't know if the kids know how to fly it. Um, SN-33 now follows Jod, so the New Republic's gonna come sniffing up their butts, and Jod's got to get back to the ship. The security's still after him. The pirates are probably still there. He turned back on the acid, and you heard a couple of the pirates like scream and then curse his name. But I don't think probably anyone died, or maybe like two pirates, because there's like at least like what 10 or 20. So there's a lot of stakes for the next episode, and I'm all for it. I think that's great. So I absolutely loved this episode. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I think it was amazing. What would you? Well, maybe not amazing, but really, really good. That's why I'm giving it an 8. What would you think or say?
9 out of
Nine,
10.
9 again.
9.
I think you gave in every episode a 9 so far.
That is not true.
I can't remember. Actually, yeah,
I
last week was like 7 or 6, right?
I gave last week's was 7. I thought it was good, but it was so very 3. I did give a 9, but I think I gave parts 1 and 2 because episodes 1 and 2 were like one big episode together.
hmm
So I gave like the one that 1 hour of block like 10 because I like both. Again,
Yeah.
I consider them being together, so those were like two perfect episodes. Like they set up everything right. They just felt like they were really good, but it had this great opener. But this one wasn't perfect, and it did feel a little rushed. But like okay, maybe no. Actually, wait. I think I'm gonna go with yours. Probably an 8
Yeah.
because it did feel a little rushed, and also I thought that Jod would try to challenge her on the ship once they were going. I thought it as soon as he knew
That
what it
is true.
was.
He kind of picked an odd time to challenge them.
Like I thought he would have tried to steal the ship from them or something, and then take it, and
Yeah.
then keep them prisoner on the ship, and like they can go back to their parents and stuff, but they have to leave the ship and everything behind, like or whatever. I don't know, but it Yeah, 8 because it's just a little. But maybe we're gonna be like, oh, that's why he did it or something next episode. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think mainly it's just the greed is getting to his head or something.
absolutely. Which is weird because I'm like, yeah, sure, Fern promised him, a hefty reward for getting them home, but it's like he could have challenged them once they were on Atten, or at the very least, just took what he wanted and then bounced. Like, what are they gonna do? I mean, I guess once he's on Atten, then you got those robots that might try to stop him. So I'm not really sure, but I think the parents are gonna have a huge part to play with, like the last maybe episode, possibly like diffusing the entire like planet's security system or something, and that's how they're gonna be able to get back on the planet undetected. Which in this case might actually be a bad thing if it's just Jod. I don't know. So I'm really curious how this show is gonna go. Every episode, it's like it leaves you wanting more because each at the end of each episode you're like, oh, okay, we know a little bit more now, but what's going to happen next time, and that's good.
Yeah,
The mystery behind the show is slowly becoming more and more apparent, and like you're learning more, but there's still enough to want to watch each week, and that's really good. Shows like The Acolyte didn't really have that. It was kind of just like, all right, it's Tuesday, I'll watch the next episode when I feel like it. Sometimes I actually forgot about until the next day. So I was like, oh, it's Wednesday now. I should probably go watch it because I didn't hate that show, but I didn't love it. But like this show, it's like as soon as I can watch it, I'm like, yes, please.
yeah. And now I think is the next episode in January? No.
No, it'll be New Year's Eve.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Sky. We have
Or
another holiday special.
basically, is it New Year's Eve? I'm gonna check my calendar now.
It's
Yeah,
like,
New Year's Eve, the 31st.
well,
One
there
more
we go.
episode, and then January, and then the show will have what 2 episodes after that because there's 8 episodes, and next week will be episode 6. So we got 3 more episodes in total right now. So that's pretty cool.
Well, we might be able to do something on New Year's Day.
Yeah. But
It's,
very very
but
cool. I
yeah,
like this episode. I don't really think there's a whole lot to talk about unless we speculate, but I think we should probably keep this video kind of short so that way people can
yeah.
go spend time
But
with family and stuff on Christmas.
the one thing I will say is that this was a very good episode, and we're getting back to the groove again. We went a little
Yep.
slower with the last one, a little bit like episode. Now that we're
Mhm.
back to what Skeleton Crew is
Back to the hype.
back to the hype. We got a betrayal.
Yep. We went up a hill or mountain, and then we started going down. It was a fun roller coaster, and then it started getting boring. It was kind of like a flat level, and now it seems like we're going up again. And I really think that next episode has a lot of stakes to be really, really fun, really good. So next
Yeah,
episode might be even better.
I still believe that 7 by the end of 7 they're back on that Atten.
Yeah,
And then,
it might be a 2-parter kind of dealio.
yeah, but oh man. Well,
We shall see.
We shall see. But yes, everybody. Because but I'm actually gonna say my piece, and then I'm gonna let Sky do the outro. But I've been, of course, Bounty Hunter, the founder and owner of Building and Chatting with WM Productions, but also just your main host. I'm gonna let my other host Sky here take us out. As you see there, those are my channels, Bouncing Hunter Live, and of course the Building and Chatting podcast. But Sky, I'm gonna let you take us out, man.
All right. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. I gotta make like a shotgun sound because I don't know how. I gotta take you out. Sorry. On Christmas, Ben, you're brutal. No. Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank you so very much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful Christmas or whatever holiday you may or may not celebrate. Even if you don't celebrate Christmas or whatever, hopefully you just had a good day. So thanks for watching. We appreciate each and every one of you. We'll be back next week to talk about episode 6. This time we'll do it live. So that way, if you can catch us, then you can ask us questions about the show too, if you want, or tell us what you thought. That'd be kind of fun.
Well, the funniest thing about going live next week is we're doing it on January 1st when the new Lego Star Wars stuff comes out. So Star Wars will be very big that day.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was thinking, oh no, we'll be doing it at on the 21st, or not 21st, 31st, but no, we'll do it then on Wednesday. We're only doing this the night of because it's just easier. Christmas Eve, right? But
Yeah, well, yeah, Christmas. When Christmas is literally the day after an episode drops, it's like, yeah, this one had to be pre-recorded.
isn't
But-
pre-recording just so much fun and so confusing? You know, because you'll make a video and it's like, for me, it's like, you know, a day or two or even a week sometimes before it comes out. But then you got to talk like if it's, you know, in the past. It's confusing. It's weird. So
Well, it's Christmas special. Thank you all for watching on today on Christmas.
yes,
Thank you for watching our Christmas special, which was Skeleton Crew, because it is a holiday show, as Disney says. Watch the show for the holidays.
it's
So-
perfect because yeah.
Yep. But all right, see y'all later.
Bye.
Bye bye.